Hey guys, Dim here, and today's episode will be really short. I am feeling myself really shitty right now, and not physically but mentally, and I'm not sure I will be able to give something usable, something helpful today. I'm really afraid I won't be able to, but in the end, my goal here is just sit up and record something. And that's what I'm doing right now. And so I was feeling quite bad over the last couple of weeks, with every day worse and worse. And I guess my emotions just overwhelm me right now. There are not a lot of structures. I even tried following them today. I went to the gym. I literally couldn't do almost anything. I did one set of like bench press, like the first exercise, and everything else. There were people there that uh, used the equipment that I wanted to use, and I just couldn't handle that. Imagine just the state that I was in, and I just couldn't be there and wait for them. I was just breaking down. I just went home. Basically, I did what I wanted. I went to the gym anyway, and that is the bare minimum that I wanted to do. I even did good at that first exercise, so it wasn't entirely wasted. It is kind of funny what happened. But over this day, I was crying a lot just from everything that I've experienced lately. And I guess what I wanted to give to you today, still want to give you something. Don't want to have this 5 minutes go to waste. That on our journey, on our self-improvement journey to our really big goals, when we put in a lot of effort sometimes, just extremely focused for a while, we put everything that we have got into our goals, into achieving something that we really want in our life. It can be really hard. This process can be really hard. It doesn't have to be, but it can be. And that is okay. I want you to know that that is okay and that you're not alone. We all have different problems. We all have different goals. And the thing that goes on inside our mind is completely different with every one of us. Listening to Andy, who's we're talking in some podcasts, in some really old podcasts, I think, like your struggle is valid no matter where you are in life and what you want. That is true. But overall, it all comes down to some basic emotions that we experience, and that is probably the thing that unites us all. If we go to something really hard for us, something that we don't even believe in most of the times, but still go on because we want to improve our lives, really improve, then it is a hard path, no matter what we're trying to achieve. You will have a lot of doubts. You will have a lot of times when you just want to give up and not do anything. And there will be times when you literally cannot do anything, as it seems. But even thinking is in these moments, even doing something and failing is better, or even having the intention of continuing and going on with your goal and just accepting the emotions that you have at the moment. Allowing your emotions to show. Don't suppress them. You can for a while, but overall what I noticed, the emotions are there for some reason. they're trying to tell you something. And sometimes it's just a mechanism to vent every bit of anger and frustration and fears and all of this pressure that we built inside ourselves, and it needs some outlet. So when something like this happens, it may be that you're doing so much progress in such a short amount of time. Because if you're really focused on some of the goals, you're doing much more than you did before. You're facing a lot more struggles, a lot more limiting beliefs, you're breaking through your fears, you're pushing yourself so hard that, of course, it is really taxing. It takes a lot of your energy. That is what's happening now with me. And so I want to just tell you that it is okay and keep going on and allow these feelings, allow these emotions to show up, preferably controllably, but it doesn't really matter. Just try to do it in a safe way. Show up emotions. Anger can be safely vented in some ways, like, I don't know, go to some nature and scream for a while, or something like that. I don't know, my mind just doesn't work right now for examples. This sadness, this grief that we experience, or something that we're really missing in our life. I am right now probably missing a lot of someone close to me and some contact. And that is really the part of me considering that it is a lone path, and I just for now haven't found a way to push myself to connect with someone who will help me. I'm really afraid of that. Yeah, I am. So what I wanted to say again, that we have these periods, and I understand you. You're not alone. We get through this. And yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Sometimes all you need to do is to be patient and to allow this frustration and anger and sadness and grief and despair and all of these feelings just to be, just to exist, just to have some outlet to express them. Sometimes that's what is really needed. And then you will return and make a lot of progress and get to your goals. Just don't allow these emotions to make you quit. Don't quit. And then you will have success. That's all I wanted to tell you today. Keep going, guys. And keep going. We will be at the top.